Welcome back to Punch Drunk Nerd, the podcast where three friends, three amigos are coming together to talk about nerd stuff. We're going to review movies, and we're going to talk about what we're into. But this week, we're covering two things. We're keeping it light, we're keeping it tight. We're going to cover the Oscar nominations, and then we're going to do a little discussion about The Last of Us Episode 2, because we got to talk about Last of Us, if you know us. So today's kind of a special day. I'm actually standing. So if you go on YouTube or on Spotify, look at this, boys.
Wow.
I'm on my standing desk.
What are you on right now?
What am I on? What do you mean? I'm just standing with my legs.
No, like what? Like what do you? What's
am I
got
using?
you so hyper? Yeah.
Oh, I got a standing desk that
Cocaine?
I elevate. Oh, cocaine? No. I'm just happy to be out of traffic. I've been sitting in traffic for an hour and a half, going back into work now that I'm done with jury duty. And
yes,
I just don't want to sit for another, like, however long this podcast is going to be. So my standing desk was up, and I was going to bring it down. I was like, you know what? I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to stand. I'm going to have some freedom. I can do the hips.
You give us the signal when you get a little tired there, bud.
Okay.
We'll take a little break.
I think I'll be able to stand the whole time.
Just put your hands on your hips and give us one of these. You know what I mean?
That'll be the cue when I'm really tired.
We'll be right back after this break.
Oh, wait. But hold on. We're going too fast. My name's Luis Gonzalez, and with me is...
Miguel Sanchez.
And Ed Bull.
And yes, we're going to talk about Oscar nominations. And man, oh man. So this week, I wanted to do something special in not look at who is nominated for the Oscars. I really wanted to jump in, but then when I found out that... we're doing that for the episode, I was like, you know what? I think it's fun when I just honestly react. So it's been really hard not listening to people talk about the Oscars because, well, it's like everyone at work is talking about the Oscars, and I just had to like step away, put on my headphones, and just not hear people talk about. I've heard some slip ups. I know some of them have big wins, but I don't know everything. So I'm here going to honestly react. I'm very excited. I want to know the Oscar nominations, Ed. Let's just get to it. Let's go to the Oscar noms.
The 95th. 94th?
No, I think it's 95, right, Ed?
Yeah, we're getting
You're really supposed to be the one that knows this.
Yeah, well, I thought they hit 100 years ago, but...
Should we do what they do in the Oscars and say all
work
the
from
smaller...
the worst.
Go from the quote-unquote worst and work our way to the best picture.
The one page I have literally no markings on is where I was going to start.
Okay, great.
I'll just cycle through them. All right, so...
Let's do this.
Guys, your Oscar nominations for the year 2023. Best Documentary Short.
Okay, this is the one I always skip. How am I going to get into this one? But let's do it.
The Elephant Whisperers.
Okay.
Call Out. How Do You Measure a Year? The Martha Mitchell Effect. Stranger at the Gate.
Great. No
Best
comment.
Animated Short.
Okay.
The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse.
That one should win. That one's very good.
That's all the nominees right there.
Nah. Which is also a book, so you know it's.
Is it?
Yeah,
no,
it's a book.
It sounded, I don't know, cute. So I was like, I'll look that up with Lily.
It's if you're going through like a traumatic or troubling time, watch that, and you're like, you know what, I can't get through life, kind of situation.
Right. Damn. All right. Glowing reviews there.
There you go.
The Flying Sailor, Ice Merchants, crowd favorite, My Year of Dicks.
No.
An ostrich told me the world is fake, and I think I believe it.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Best live action short.
Okay.
An Irish Goodbye. Ivaloo. Les Pupilles. Night Ride. And The Red Suitcase.
Sorry, can I just like jump in real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, Miguel, I know you're a big fan of Night Ride. So.
Brimming with fucking thoughts and opinions on this. Have we seen any of these so far? I mean, you just listed like 19 things. Have y'all seen any? I mean, Luis, you saw...
Yeah, the
Which
boy, the horse.
The boy, the mole, and the fox, and the horse.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
No, I've not seen any of these. Usually these, I don't know, some theaters release them all together after the nominations. But yeah, no, your general, I mean, as far as I know, most people are generally not aware of these, like unless you're like in the circle.
It's got to be the hardest nomination to break through, right? Like these shorts. Right. Because everyone can do a short, so the pool of shorts is way bigger.
Must be, yeah.
You know? Yeah. And so how difficult is it to be Oscar-nominated documentary short, animation short? Because thousands of people are doing that.
This is what all the festivals are all about, you know?
Tough.
This is where
narrowing these down.
That's really tough.
Exactly.
Yeah. They really deserve a big award for even getting this far.
Well, it would be an Oscar, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Ed, how do you feel about this next category?
Best sound?
Yeah. Do you struggle with this one a little bit?
Yeah, I don't even get
half.
it. It's
half struggling?
I think they half deserve that award.
It used to be two different awards, you know, that it was sound design and sound mixing, and then now it's actually one award.
Best sound design for a Dolby theater. How about that?
Ooh.
You know, where I actually feel the sound.
I want to guess one. Is the Batman one of the nominated for best sound?
Yes. You look like you're reading the list, Luis.
Really?
Yeah.
You know why? Oh, you know what? Usually I have like a different setup so I'm not like, looking down. That's what's different this time. Here we go. Now we're a little bit better, right? Now I'm looking
at your little dot. Look at the little green dot.
You were like, can I guess? Can I guess which one?
I do want to guess these. Okay, so we have the Batman, we have Everything Everywhere All at Once, and then we have Top Gun, and then we have... Damn. Wait, did I get any of them?
Let him finish.
I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
I think
I didn't realize you had like all five ready.
Let him finish.
All right.
The Batman, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Top Gun. That's all I got. It was just those three.
Okay, so yes, Top Gun and the Batman.
Yes,
that's two.
Okay, cool.
Elvis.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Avatar: The Way of Water.
Yes. Okay.
And All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I haven't.
By
the trailers, I could
right.
tell.
You know what I mean?
Did you see All Quiet on the Western Front?
No, I haven't. But
either of you?
If it starts getting nominated for more stuff, then I will be watching it. But I'm going to find out if I'll be watching it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't seen it. So
by the end of this list, fingers crossed. You know what I mean?
Listen,
All Quiet on the Western Front might get one more viewer.
I approve of the sound design list. You know what I mean? Like it just has a little bit of art to it.
I mean, Avatar. I was thinking like that's a great one.
Think of the Kukulkan.
The whale.
The whale.
No. James Cameron doesn't want you to say the whale.
Oh. Yeah. He doesn't want you to pee either. Or he does want you to pee. I don't know what he wants.
Punch drop.
Any snubs? I will say there's one.
I said Everything Everywhere All at Once. That was I think that's a snub. I mean,
that was one.
You had all those like
Nope.
Boop, beep, beep, beep.
Nope.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a good one too. Nope. Yeah.
That had a lot of sound design, I feel like. Like the inside of the alien.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I think that's like all those cool things. Like I think maybe an honorable mention, because I always gotta talk about Marvel. Those little wings from Namor. It's like you know what I mean?
Just the wings though.
Just the wings, yeah. His little wings are flapping by his feet. That's like,
because somebody was making, somebody designed
somebody had to do it. That's a sound,
exactly.
That is creating. I mean, look, think about one of the best sound designs that's iconic that everyone always thinks about. Star Wars. Imagine all that great sound design from Star Wars. You get the
Chewbacca,
iconic
the
stuff,
TIE fighter,
the TIE fighters. All like that sound wise, that movie brought a lot. Sound effects and music. So shout out to sound, everybody. We're not going to just snub them.
And Star Wars.
All
right.
Get hyped just on sound. We have so much more to go.
Best visual effects, Luis.
Okay.
Did you want to guess on this one?
Oh, this is a fun game. Okay. Best visual effects of it. I mean, it's going to be Avatar, right? And then it's going to be Wakanda Forever. Maybe Top Gun and Nope. No. I mean, Nope and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Okay. You're getting close. You're getting like 3 out of 5 each time,
Okay.
All right. So, Top Gun Maverick. Yep. Wakanda Forever. Yep. Avatar: The Way of Water. The Batman.
Oh,
and
okay.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Wow, I gotta watch it. Okay.
Yeah. That was it.
Crazy.
That was it, guys.
Ruin it
2
one more.
nominations. All right.
He was
Well,
like, just make it plural.
Oh,
at the
I
very
got
least.
good visuals. Fuck it.
Fuck it. I can't believe. Well, I guess. Yeah, everything.
There's more categories.
Okay.
There's more categories. Like maybe it'll be
For
there.
my money. For my money, I reckon Avatar's got it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Absolutely. Let's not joke around.
I think it would be a damn shame,
Yeah.
to say the least.
No, I didn't.
The whales, man. All right. Best makeup and hairstyling.
I don't know this one.
Okay. I'll go ahead. Guess one. I bet you could guess one.
The Batman for Penguin.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Well, it's not specific characters. It's just overall, you know.
Makeup. Okay.
Yeah.
Everything everywhere. At once.
So
This is gonna be
the
all
whale.
blanket. Oh, the whale's good. Yeah.
The Whale. Elvis.
Yeah. Duh.
Black Panther. Wakanda Forever.
Oh yeah.
The Batman.
Yeah.
And All Quiet on the Western Front.
What the fuck? Wow, this movie's really ringing, huh? Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Best costume design. Mrs. Harris goes to Paris. Not like Emily in Paris.
Yeah.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Mm-hmm.
Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
Babylon.
Yes.
And Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Very nice. There we go. Babylon.
Yeah.
No, it's good. Yeah, Babylon should get it.
I think Black Panther will get it.
Yes.
For why?
For why? It's won. It won at the Critics' Choice Awards. I feel like. I mean, I remember costumes being great.
I was gonna say, was there like a particular costume? That you were
I was
like, this is
feeling
it, or do you think
like
overall?
even the from the Wakandan traditional attire to when those characters were out and about in the modern
Oh man,
world, like everybody looked clean.
they looked so fucking cool.
Yeah, I feel like it's fun with costume design. I feel like a lot of people sum it up to period pieces, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it would be just as worthy to say like this contemporary movie. I mean, it really had like style on top of well, aside from that one fucking angel, like the night angels, that was a misstep.
Yeah, that was rough.
But
I think also
everything else looked great. Fucking Angela Bassett's costume,
yes,
throughout the movie, were great.
What's really good about that one too is there's different Okay, so different events, different statuses, and different subgroups. So, for example, the funeral, that was an event, and you had all these costumes in a certain way, and then you have like leadership position and status. So obviously, Angela Bassett's going to be different than kind of the normal people. So you get to have that design, and then you kind of have the other subcultures with people who are designed differently. And then that's just the funeral, and then you have the normal day clothing, and then you have the governing, and then you have. So I feel like they really got to showcase the narrative with costumes. So that's our choice.
There you go. All right. Best production design.
Babylon.
Keep going.
Everything Ever All at Once. Why
going.
the fuck not All Quiet on the Western Front? I've never seen it, but it's getting a lot of love. I'd be surprised if the Batman got it, but I could see it also getting it. And then that's all I'm going to say for now.
Okay. So the Batman did not get nominated.
Okay,
I kind of thought it might, but it did not. So yes, Babylon nominated. All Quiet on the Western Front. Yep. Elvis. Avatar: The Way of Water. And The Fabelmans.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go.
Cool.
But for my money, I would have said the Batman and maybe the Northman should have been considered there.
Ooh, big snub on the Northman. 1000%.
I loved that movie.
You're so bullshit. Best editing. Best liar.
Best
Miguel
editing.
Sanchez.
Best editing is going to
take
be. Are you doing editing now?
Yep.
No, I'm sorry. I was responding to that. Go ahead,
Okay.
Louis.
Top Gun, Babylon,
Uh-huh.
Everything Everywhere All at Once,
Uh-huh.
fuck it, All Quiet on the Western Front, Elvis, and the Batman. Those are my choices.
Okay. All right. So you were right on Top Gun Maverick, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Elvis.
Oh, okay.
Surprisingly, Babylon did not get nominated.
That is very surprising.
I thought the editing on that movie was great.
Yeah.
No. The Banshees of Inisherin.
Interesting. Okay.
Elvis. You said Elvis.
Yeah.
And then Tar.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm fine with that. Sure.
Yeah. No, it was well edited.
It's one of those, it's like when you think of the opposite of good editing, quote unquote, to like normal people, like, oh man, it was so choppy and cool. It like filled me with adrenaline. Tar does the opposite of just taking its time and pacing. It's like that type of editing.
The end credits at the beginning.
Oh my God.
What kind of wild editing is that? Good God.
Well, they used to do that a long time ago. They used to put all the credits at the beginning.
Yeah, I know it.
I can't tell if you're being serious. Do they really do that? Do they put the credits?
In Tar, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Like an old time Disney animation movie.
Yeah. And they used to put trailers at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
That's why they called it.
So people would. You had to read those things. There was a time. It's like you want to watch the movie, you got to watch everybody involved, motherfucker. All that happened at the end was the end. Lights up. All right. This one has created a stir. This next category created a stir online because of who was snubbed. Okay. I want you to guess one that you feel like would have been on there,
but didn't,
and should win. Or who do you think for sure would be the front runner for cinematography of 2022?
Oh.
I thought you were going to make him guess without knowing the category, too. I was like, damn, that's really putting him to work.
The number one cinematography?
Yeah, like, if you had to throw it out there, that was a sure thing, whether you agreed with it or not.
That's actually kind of tough. I feel like we had some pretty good-looking movies this year.
Sure.
Number one.
And we did. We absolutely did.
You know what? Man, I feel bad not guessing. Number one cinematography. I don't know. Just tell me. What is it?
All right, fine. Fuck it. Best cinematography. All Quiet on the Western Front.
Wow.
Empire of Light. Roger Deakins.
What is that?
That's that new Sam
it's a Roger
Mendes
Deakins movie?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh my God. When did this come out?
December, but it opened to very mixed reviews, and it's got Olivia Colman, Colin Firth,
it does
Michael
have
Ward.
mixed reviews. Ooh, 45%, 6.8.
Yeah.
Ooh,
so I get. But I bet it looks really beautiful.
Oh yeah. Okay. Hence the Oscar nomination.
Yeah.
Also, people just like Roger Deakins, you know.
Yeah.
All right, Bardo.
Oh, dude, I was gonna say that movie, Bardo.
Okay. All right. You didn't know. Elvis. Elvis.
Okay.
And Tar.
Anything missing?
So yeah.
Anything missing? I mean, I guess
one of the biggest I feel like snubs for most people was Top Gun Maverick.
Oh yeah. I guess that's
also Babylon.
Babylon was going to be the one, yeah.
We mentioned Nope.
Yeah.
The Batman.
The Batman, yeah.
So I mean, there's a handful.
Babylon.
That's crazy. You just listed enough that could have been its own. You know what I mean? That could have been like a whole alternate universe category.
Yeah, I didn't even say The Northman, but I also think The Northman. You know,
that's also really good. Wow.
The Northman. It's on Prime.
Batman.
Watch it. Okay, so yeah, there you go.
Which one was the one everyone got? Top Gun. Okay.
Top Gun, yeah, was the big one. I do want to point out that Mandy Walker, who was nominated for Elvis, she, in the entire 94 years that they've been doing the Oscars, she is only the third 95. Woman to be nominated
for cinematography.
For cinematography, yep.
Oof,
wow.
Oof.
Yeah. I'm sorry. This is gonna bother me just real quick.
What?
The Oscars 2023
95th
is the 95th Academy Awards.
Okay.
I apologize.
I apologize to our listeners who were probably shouting at you this entire time. You guys know how you do that when you listen to a podcast?
Yes,
You're like,
yeah.
you motherfucker, you got it wrong.
This guy
Most
cut in front of
mundane
me. Fuck. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
a mixture of anger.
Yeah, a lot going on. Luis has been sitting in a lot of traffic, so that's where that came from.
Yeah. I'm inspired.
You're loaded, locked and loaded, ready to go.
I like this Luis though. I like him on his toes because it's keeping me on my toes. You know what I mean?
there you go.
What's gonna happen next?
We're all getting standing desks next.
Yeah.
I'm actually at one too. Like next week I can absolutely be. I'm already set up, but
Yeah.
All right.
now on standing desks. Okay, Ed.
I'm just gonna have to stack
episode.
You're just gonna stand.
Stack so many puzzles.
We're gonna get like
beneath
this
my
much of
laptop.
your like torso and like midriff area.
Yeah.
Just.
For the listeners at home, we just saw Ed's torso.
That was a visual gag.
That's what we call a visual gag in the business. Okay.
In the biz, hey.
Hey. All right. Best original song.
Original
All right,
song.
You guys know
How
what?
many
You guys sing it with me. Come on.
I already-
No. Sing it with me. Lift me up. Hold me down. Yeah,
Oh, another
lift
one
me up.
is also going to be Avatar with what's her name singing. No,
Wasn't it
did she not
What's
sing an
his name?
original song in the movie?
the
Because
new one?
Navi
It
was
was
straight
The
up
Weeknd.
original.
Well, Navi was
Oh,
singing.
True.
Navi was singing. She what's her name was singing in the movie.
Oh
Natiri.
yeah.
Natiri.
Yeah, you're right.
That not
But
count?
no, it definitely would have been The Weeknd. But it wasn't.
The Weekend. Oh
Yeah.
my God, they did.
Because at the end credits song.
I forgot about that.
I looked at you guys. I was like, "What
Yeah.
90s ass shit is this?"
Whoa!
Oh
Put
my
some respect
God.
on Abel's name.
It was kind of like that. Yeah.
No,
we-
dude, I remember
It's-
me and Luis looked at each other and I was like, "Is that the fucking Weekend?"
Yeah, okay,
Like,
I remember this memory now. Okay. Well,
dude,
still,
James Cameron was like, "I got to get the kids.
yeah.
I got to get them to like this shit."
Oh my God. Well,
Right.
okay, was The Weeknd nominated then?
He was not.
Okay.
He
that's
continues to be not nominated for an Oscar.
Okay.
But Rihanna is. So that's my queen right there. Hold My Hand, Top Gun. That's Lady
Oh, yeah.
Gaga.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Natu Natu from RRR.
Oh,
And I
Okay.
think currently that's the front runner.
I think
That's
so
the one
too.
to
That's
beat.
got a little bang, a little pizzazz, got you dancing. You know.
You know which one it is? I haven't watched that movie yet, but I aim
that's-
to.
I mean,
actually
I
plan to.
really have only seen it once, so I can't replicate it. But it is
Okay.
it's a banger.
Yeah. Applause. Tell It Like a Woman. And then This Is a Life. Everything, everywhere,
Oh, okay.
all at once.
I don't remember that song either, but that's okay.
Listen, shout out to Natu Natu if it's the front runner. You know what I mean? I don't know. I haven't really listened to most of these songs, but I mean, it is pretty wild that Rihanna basically like came out of retirement to like sing a song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know she wasn't
Calling
retired.
Maternity
I know she was-
leave retirement?
Oh,
No,
Oh.
she was gone for quite some time before that too.
Oh, okay.
Name the last Rihanna album, Ed, that you can remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
No, I really don't.
Fucking say it.
I don't feel uncomfortable. I really don't. No, not going. I'm going to say something stupid.
Someone's shouting at their headphones right now,
Yeah.
being like, "It was fucking."
it was the one
Now-
with the
now
painting.
Blake-
now you got.
Yeah.
It was the one with the
painting.
painting that she revealed at an art exhibit, right? Isn't it the last one? No,
That's
Or I'm looking it
Banksy. All right.
Banksy.
What? I don't know.
You're cracking me up tonight, Ed. I love you, man.
Whoa!
What's up?
Yeah,
I
Did
just
you just
learned
look it up?
something about her name. Okay,
Oh.
let's not get into this.
Or-
Album. This Wikipedia is difficult to go through.
Oh my gosh!
Just
Just Google
Google
her
it.
her discography.
Okay. Oh, Auntie,
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah. I knew that. Auntie.
2016.
2016. Okay.
They've been a busy girl.
Okay.
Ex Fenty.
That's true. She's been doing
Okay.
She's been doing a lot of that.
Yeah, she's doing all right.
Yeah.
Ocean's 8.
I'd say. Oh yeah, she was in it. Yeah, but I'm talking about the specific like music. When was the last time she did music? Was that album? She's coming back out for Black Panther. Give her a fucking Oscar for it.
No, yeah, absolutely. And she gets to perform, hopefully.
And she's back in the Super Bowl too.
Ooh, I'm hyped for that.
It's the year of Rihanna.
Oh, I forgot about that. That is the only reason I'm going to watch the Super Bowl.
Ed, you're telling on yourself. All right, so
all right. Hey, best. This sucks. Best original score.
Ed. Oh, okay. I don't know.
I made like a bunch of comments and notes on the side of these, but now I can't see them. So
you stupid fuck.
Whatever.
Is it highlighted? Is it highlighted or no? Is it?
No, they're not highlighted anymore. All right. Well, whatever. Sorry. Did you want to guess?
I guess Babylon. Tar.
Yeah.
And then maybe Avatar. Maybe I don't know. I feel like there's someone that I might have missed.
Yeah. That's a handful, man.
Hit it to me. Hit.
All right, I'm gonna hit you. Volker Bertelsmann.
Volkswagen.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Of course.
I bet it's a pretty good score. It's pretty intense.
Okay.
Carter Burwell, The Banshees of Inisherin. I was listening to that in the car today. It's very tranquil.
I like that.
Justin Hurwitz, Babylon.
Okay.
Sun Lux, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, right. Okay.
And for his 52nd nomination,
say it, Ed.
John fucking Williams for The Fabelmans.
Wow.
Yeah.
You saw The Fabelmans, right?
I did indeed.
Did you like it?
It was alright.
Yeah, it seemed like a snooze fest. I didn't want. I'm kind of not going to watch it.
No, it kind of was.
Boo!
It kind of was. Like I've said it a million times, but with
a fictional telling of one of the greatest directors of all time's childhoods. Boo!
Every director is doing that right now, and Steven Spielberg can make these movies with his eyes closed. You know what
Past his prime. Boo!
Be better. So yeah. Anyway, congratulations to John Williams. This is the 48th time he's been nominated for Best Score.
And he'll get nominated next year for Indiana Jones.
Hey, one can only hope. Dial of Destiny. It's his destiny. All right. Best documentary feature.
I don't know any documentaries I saw this year.
Well, I
don't know any documentaries.
I just want to shout out a snub in the Best Original Score.
Yes,
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio by Alexander Desplat should have been nominated. Absolutely. I would have gotten rid of... Sadly, I would have gotten rid of the Fabelmans on that one. But
he's been nominated.
Love you, John.
We get it.
Love you, John. All right, best documentary feature.
Okay.
All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, All That Breathes, Fire of Love, A House Made of Splinters, Navalny.
Okay. Damn, I'm getting old. Even with my glasses, I had to be like, wait, what's that word? You know what I mean?
Navalny.
That's too many similar. You're gonna have too many curvy letters.
You're gonna have to upgrade your text size, Miguel. That's when you know you've crossed the line into a new part of your life.
Or get one of those like phone cases that has like
a magnifier.
Yeah, the screen is magnified.
They have that.
Oh, they have to. I mean, old people, right?
Yeah.
What are they gonna do?
Do you guys remember that
text size?
Do you guys remember that like infomercial or whatever that used to run where it was like a phone specifically for old people and it was like a play school, you know what I mean, little Tykes telephone like blown up for old people.
Yep. Hey, but you know what? Shout out to old people. They rock. They've lived a long, good life. So no shame.
Wise.
They have.
Wise.
If only they knew when to call it quits. You know. I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
Just kidding. Oh, you finish it. Here we go. Hey, you know what? I asked Miguel, what drink should I drink tonight? He said martini. And this is what you fucking get.
Man. I
said I wanted martini, Ed.
You get what you fucking deserve. That's a Joker reference. All right. Documentary feature. That's a good one. Best animated feature.
Your boy.
Lightyear.
Nope. Not gonna win.
No, it didn't get nominated.
How'd that feel, Luis? How'd that feel, huh? We won't let you forget.
That's fine. I wasn't. Listen, I made that vote because I thought social media was excited. Okay, whatever.
I was excited. Yeah, whatever.
Pinocchio,
I
right?
Liked it. Pinocchio. Yep.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
I'm not thinking it did Puss in
What about
Boots.
your little baby?
My little baby. Did Puss in Boots get nominated?
Well, yeah, that did, but that's not your baby.
What's my baby?
Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
Oh, Marcel the Shell with shoes on. Interesting. That's
the
interesting
because it's and turning red.
Boo.
What was the first thing you said? Beast.
The Sea Beast.
Oh, I don't know.
That was a Netflix animation. It's kind of like How to Train Your Dragon meets Avatar: The Way of Water.
Oh, okay. All right. The Sea.
So there are your nominees. It's going to Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
It probably.
Ed, I can't remember if I asked you this already. First off, Pinocchio, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. That's on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Did you let Lily see it, or is it kind of scary? Or?
I did. We did. I did try to get her to watch it, and she was into it at first, and then about halfway through, she started getting a little scared. So, but she remembers the song from it, "Ciao Papa," and there was something she liked about it, but she was getting a little scared of it. Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
And it has like a little occasionally intense imagery. Yeah.
Pinocchio. So it had what's his name as the bad guy, right?
Christoph Waltz.
Okay. Can we stop having Christoph Waltz as the bad guy? I'm just kind of tired of it and done. Him and Giancarlo Esposito. I never want to see them as bad guys ever again.
Well, Giancarlo Esposito, they're talking about maybe he's the rumor, Professor right? Is that he might be Professor X. I think that would
hell
be
yeah, I'm
awesome.
Down for that. Look, I'm gonna shoot it
and
to you
Christoph
straight.
Waltz played a good guy in Django Unchained. He got an Oscar for that.
Okay, that was good.
That's true. That's true, and that really is a solid role.
Because the best villain roles were the first ones that got them famous, and I don't think they've ever matched it again. Like,
I mean, but hey, I think it's universally agreed that villain roles are the best roles.
Yeah, but they did so good. Like you're not gonna get better than Inglourious Bastards, and you're not gonna get better than Breaking Bad.
No,
I haven't
you're right.
seen it, and I've been waiting for it, and they still never topped it.
Spectre Christoph Waltz was like, it was too on the nose.
Talk that talk, Ed.
Yeah, it was too on the nose.
Too on the nose. Very boring.
So
Very
no more
boring.
villains for them.
Yeah, no more villains. All right.
Okay.
You heard it here first. But he was good in Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Best international feature.
RRR. And that's all I got. Oh, A Decision to Leave.
Man, those are actually two international features that did not get nominated.
Can you believe it?
I know. Yeah, he walked off.
Let him process this.
Grab a chair.
Sit down.
Are you
wow?
Are you kidding me?
No, people were pretty upset about this too.
James Cameron told the director of RRR, he's like, anytime you want to come to America, talk to me. And that's what he was telling him.
Is that what he said?
That's what he said. He's in New York.
Specifically?
Is that what he sounds like?
Like, come to...
No, he doesn't sound like that.
no, but he sounds like a... I'm not getting into that. Like? I don't...
I'm just trying to imagine James Cameron in a submarine.
No, it's very just kind of nerdy, but also self-entitled. But he's kind of earned it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I did see an article where he told the director of RRR to be like...
Yeah, they're circulating now. So it's a real damn shame.
So what the hell?
Man.
What happened? That's crazy.
Somebody got paid a lot of money.
So who got nominated for the...
All right, so one you didn't mention was All Quiet on the Western Front.
This movie.
That's in German.
This movie better be good.
That's Germany, sorry.
Okay.
It is a good movie. It's a good movie.
Okay.
Argentina, 1985. From Argentina. Close. From Belgium. EO from Poland. It's about a donkey. And The Quiet Girl from Ireland.
Okay.
And there you go.
Would you consider...
And
The Banshees of Inisherin is an American film, right?
British, I think, technically. Because Martin McDonagh is technically English.
Right.
And I think it was produced... Yeah. It's produced by Focus Features. Went quiet.
Yeah, we had to really
We're on a
process
podcast.
that.
We shouldn't be quiet.
No, you're right. Sorry. We all went to the internet at the same time.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
I think sometimes our audience needs a break too, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, these guys talk too much. On a podcast,
our audience is getting pissed this episode.
Right.
They're just yelling.
All right, so a little disappointing. I thought Decision to Leave for a long time was like a front runner. But there you go. That's the Oscars for you. Best Adapted Screenplay.
This one's tough.
They
I don't know what
took a source
adapted.
material and they put it on a script.
This one's tough. I don't know which one's got adapted. Oh, Pinocchio.
Pinocchio, no.
Oh, no. What not? This adapted. What else is adapted? All Quiet on the Western Front is based on a book, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yep. Did it get nominated?
It did.
It did.
Okay. That's all I got.
This next one, I have questions about what adapted screenplay means after
No, I know exactly what you mean. Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery.
Wait, what?
Am I the only one?
My only guess is that it was based on a pre-existing character.
Benoit Blanc.
Whoa, that's kind of fucked. Okay.
Living. Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, so it must be based on the previous character. Okay.
Women Talking.
Okay.
Any strong thoughts there?
I'm just still confused about what adapted screenplay means.
I guess it must, because since Top Gun Maverick got nominated, it must be because these characters
just
are
simply
pre-existing stories. Again? Like Star Wars Empire Strikes Back would have been nominated for adapted screenplay.
I really feel that's crazy to me. It would have been.
That feels loose. That feels fast.
It's very loose. It's
clip it.
Loose as I'm kidding. Yeah. What's better than adapted? Original.
Ooh, hit me
Best
up
original screenplay. All right. Best original screenplay.
Let's see.
Luis, guess one.
Okay.
Guess one. And no, it's not All Quiet on the Western Front.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Uh-huh.
Nope.
Uh-huh.
Did Nope really get nominated?
No.
Okay. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Well, yeah. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Tar. The Fabelmans.
Okay.
The Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh, I messed up there. Okay.
And Triangle of Sadness.
Triangle of Sad. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Actually, it's this way.
Do it, Miguel. Yeah. Look at your Triangle of Sadness right here.
Yeah.
Oh, Miguel.
I feel like
that's not your Triangle of Sadness. No.
I feel like the Banshees or Triangle of Sadness for this one.
Yeah, I would say so. I think if there's going to be an upset, it's going to be the Fabelmans.
We get it. Okay. Fuck the Fabelmans. You know what I mean? Jesus, give this man a chance.
Steven Spielberg?
You think, the biggest upset will be if one of the greatest directors of all time wins another Oscar.
He didn't write it though, did he? He doesn't.
Yeah, he did with Tony Kushner.
Okay, this is a fact that I don't actually know, but how many movies has Steven Spielberg written?
Are you saying that as you type it?
What do you mean?
He's like voice to text Google right now.
Siri. Okay, I'm looking at it now. Sorry. Written by the Fabelmans. Okay, and then
written
Poltergeist screenplay.
Oh, good one, Steven.
Hey, that gave you a really good guffaw there, like a good belly laugh.
Sorry.
Story, The Goonies, written by Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. Oh, he did the screenplay for Artificial Intelligence.
Okay, that makes
and that's
sense.
It. And he did it, and that's it. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Good luck to him. Good luck to Steven. Up and coming director.
Got a lot of heart.
Yeah.
Got a lot
of moxie. We're gonna see where he goes.
He's got a lot of moxie, a lot of gumption.
If anything, it'll be absolutely consistent with everything else he's done. Best supporting actress.
Oh, we're getting to the acting ones already.
Angela Bassett.
Wow, we really flew through these. This went a lot faster. I'm having a lot of fun on this one, you guys.
It is good. I like it. Yeah. Angela Bassett.
Yes. Winner. Yes, possibly, probably, yes.
I don't know.
Kerry Condon, The Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh yeah, she's good.
Hong Chow, The Whale. Jamie Lee Curtis.
She was good. Oh, she was good.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. And Stephanie Hsu, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay. I feel like Jamie Lee Curtis has been getting like the consistent nominations, but I'm really glad Stephanie Hsu got the nomination as well.
Yeah.
Personally, I thought she was really good, if not equally so.
I've only seen a couple of movies from these noms, but I also thought Kerry Condon in Banshees of Inisherin was
really good. Like I think everybody's got Angela Bassett down, but I think if it's gonna go to anyone else, it's her.
You know, if Angela
she's like
Bassett
the emotional backbone of the movie.
If Angela Bassett doesn't win, I just think the nom itself is phenomenal. You know what I mean? Like that's incredible that a Marvel superhero movie it can be that good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, I think Kerry Condon was someone who I don't know if she's been in other things that I've seen, but I thought she was so good.
She is in Better Call Saul. She is Mike's daughter-in-law.
I haven't actually seen that show.
But she shows up in Breaking Bad too.
Oh. Okay.
Like, in a obviously shorter, briefer role, but there you go. Anyway.
That's a pretty solid category, I think.
Oh yeah, it's like the female acting categories were a lot stronger this year. I feel like, but
I it seems like it's the favorite. The favorite is Angela Bassett.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh wow, I just reread this list now that I'm actually looking at it. The Whale is the only one I haven't seen. I've actually seen all of these.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to say
shout out
to you.
Shout out you, and you'll see The Whale. You'll see The Whale.
I really want to, y'all. That trailer alone, I was like, dude, I'm in. I'm hooked. I'm just kind of waiting for it to hit streaming.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll drop right before the Oscars.
Perfect.
Shout out to Dolly D. Leon, who did not get nominated from Triangle of Sadness. But
people
she
liked
was really
her.
Good. She was really good. Best Supporting Actor. Care to take a guess, anyone? Miguel, you already know. What's up?
I'm fucking reading the list.
Yeah.
Ugh. Are you drinking whiskey?
I wrote this shit.
He's drinking what? He's drinking what? He's chugging.
This is Eagle Rare.
Oh, Eagle Rare.
Now, it's not like I just had this today, Ed. Okay, this is, I got this
He'd
at
be
Christmas.
blasted if I was
baby, it's cold outside.
Hell yeah. Can we? If I haven't told the story on the podcast yet, the only reason I have this bottle of whiskey right now, Ed, your people,
tell them
right?
Why. Yeah,
we made a bet a couple years ago. Ed said the most outlandish shit ever. He said the Queen of England, R.I.P.
Elizabeth II,
who is dead, that she was going to live until his daughter's 10th birthday. He said that when his daughter was like 3, and I was like, "You're fucking stupid." And I said, no, she will die before then. Respectfully, she and Ed really fought me on that.
There was seldom a point where you were respectful about this. I just want to say that. Anytime she had a bad,
she could have a cough, and I was like, Ed, it's not looking good.
Today's the
day. They said it's a cloudy day in the UK. I don't know. She's not getting her vitamin C.
I think it's vitamin D.
The flag's down at half mast. What's up?
So anyway, the bet was that whether I'm right or he was right, one of us would be giving the other person a bottle of whiskey, and then Ed the gentleman that he is, we all know that Eagle Rare is his favorite, or maybe one of his favorites, and it's very hard to get. And Ed gave me one from his personal stash, you guys.
Wow.
And I was very happy about that. It was very kind. Sorry, that was a tangent. Thank you guys for listening.
If you have a bottle of Eagle Rare and you want to donate it to Punch Drunk Nerd,
sign up for our Patreon.
Direct message us, and I will give you my address.
You're about to get defrauded.
Yeah. Oh, you need my bank card? Here.
Here's a picture of it, front and back.
Yeah, I'll pay for shipping. All right. We were talking about Best Supporting Actor.
Best Supporting Actor.
We wrapped on Best Supporting Actress. Any thoughts? No, we did that. Best Supporting Actor.
No, just hit us.
All right.
Hit it.
Brendan Gleeson, The Banshees of Inisherin. Barry Keoghan, The Banshees of...
Wait.
What?
He was supporting?
Yes. He's been...
They're really pushing...
They're pushing supporting. They have been this whole season.
Wait, what? Wasn't he the lead? Him and Colin...
Technically, Colin Farrell was more of the lead, I feel like.
Right. Yeah.
Can't you have... Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you can, but most studios don't try to compete in the same category.
I guess that's true. That's true. Okay.
Though they did in this one, because Barry Keoghan was also nominated for The Banshees of Inisherin.
Okay.
And you'll see throughout these nominees that this was a year for first-timers. Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. Judd Hirsch, The Fabelmans. Ke-Huy Quan, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Oh, nice.
And then the biggest surprise, I think, was Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway. What movie is that you say?
What is that? That surprised me because, Ed, you were kind of talking shit about it just when we talked about the trailer a few months back.
Did I talk shit about it?
You were very cold on it.
Well, because it looked a little bit generic. I like Jennifer Lawrence, but the movie itself just didn't seem very exciting to me. Yeah,
I will say this: I haven't seen the movie, I haven't seen the performance, but Brian Tyree Henry is in the last few years been really blowing up, and
he's really good. He's a good actor.
But
I will say this:
crazy that. Go ahead, Ed.
He has. Yes, I mean I agree with everything you said, but this movie, let alone his performance, has not been a part of the conversation whatsoever, which is why I think to most people it was a surprise. And I'm not mad at it. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't say, but good for him. I'm happy for him. Great. He is an Oscar nominee now.
That's awesome. I mean, I think deserved title for him.
Yeah.
I will say just because again, it's one of the only ones I've seen. I just want to talk about Banshees of Inisherin again. Obviously, Brendan Gleeson is a phenomenal actor. If he's nominated for every movie he does, I'll back it. But I really liked Barry. How does it say? Keoghan. I really liked him in Banshees of Inisherin. I bought him from the first time he came on screen till he was done, and I think that's awesome that he got nominated.
Yeah,
he's my favorite.
Question: now that you've seen him play, do you want to see him play as the Joker?
Well, I mean, I've seen him in other things. I
named them.
God damn it.
And the Batman doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't know about the Joker. I'd like them to clean him up a little bit if he actually became the main baddie. You know how this first one is kind of like the year whatever 2. You know what I mean? Yeah, everyone's still kind of I would like to see a more polished version of his Joker. I guess that's kind of lame because it's we only ever see. Well, not Jared Leto. Jared Leto wasn't polished, but.
Can't polish a turd, right?
Yeah. I don't know how necessary it is that we see his
another Joker
in the Batman. Yeah, but at the same time, if they did it, he's a very good actor. I liked him, so
it would be an interesting one for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't think it was going to happen. I would have liked to have seen Woody Harrelson get nominated for Triangle of Sadness. But yeah, I think Ke-Huy Quan is going to get it. And I feel rightfully so.
That can I say something controversial?
Yes.
First off, I love the content. Every time the algorithm presents me Ke Huy Quan's, you know what I mean, like his Golden Globes acceptance speech, all the feel good stories. I'm just kind of wondering, is he getting? Damn, how do I say this? Is it just the feel good story that's really doing a lot of the work? Like, yes, he was.
Well, you
good
could
in that
say that
movie.
about Brendan Fraser too.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like, is it like the goodwill that they've gained?
Hollywood loves a comeback story.
You know what I mean? And it's like 2 in the same year. It's like it's a lot of like the story doing the work. You know what I mean? Or is it the performances? I'm just curious.
Sure, absolutely.
I've only seen Everything Everywhere All at Once one time. So
yeah, I mean, I genuinely think he's really good in it. Like surprisingly. So I mean, it was hard to go in with any expectations. At least for his performance, and he carries a lot of emotional weight throughout the story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all of them do actually, but yeah, I see your point though. You're not wrong.
But I like him,
it's like,
and I definitely want to keep seeing.
And when it comes to these awards, like everybody loves a underdog story,
sure.
Or whatever,
the story that comes along with
absolutely,
it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And yeah, it just so happens this year we have 2 underdog stories. So, all the best to them. But I would not be mad, to your point, Miguel, if Brendan Gleeson or Barry Keoghan won that one. Judd Hirsch, not so much, you know what I mean?
Right. The Fabelmans. All right. Fucking A.
All right.
Fucking A.
What's next?
Best Actress.
Okay.
You already know 2 of them.
I know 2 of them.
Yeah, Kate Blanchett for Tar.
Oh, yeah.
Michelle Williams for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And you might as well forget about the rest.
Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah, Michelle Williams, and She Said.
And the Fabelmans.
She's in the Fabelmans?
Michelle Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She plays Steven Spielberg's mum.
Okay.
Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'm so sorry, Michelle Yeoh. And then
I can beat you up.
Ana de Armas, Blonde.
Oh, though, I mean,
she was good in that. I know people. It was a controversial film, and I know people are a little upset about it. But she was really.
It sure wasn't her fault.
No, not at all. It was just a fucking tough movie to get through.
Honestly, you know what? Hot take. Ana de Armas over Kate Blanchett. That's my hot take.
Whoa,
that is a hot
take. You came in hot.
I'm sticking my flag in the ground there because
wow,
I'm gonna have to give it to her.
Yeah, bro, you got somebody against Kate Blanchett there?
No, I love Kate Blanchett. She moves me, but she didn't move me in Tar as much as Ana de Armas did, and that's a fact.
Power to you.
Wow.
I think she was really like I said, people were kind of like, no. But I thought she was really good in it.
And
if anything, it's one of those kind of like with Tar. It's like you kind of go for the performance almost.
It's
she's obviously portraying like a real person compared to Kate Blanchett.
Right.
Kate Blanchett. I just
think that
just
there
was like fierce old Kate Blanchett.
Yeah. Okay. What else we got? Who else?
So this kind of like ties into a little bit of news. Andrea Riseborough, for To Leslie. She has not been in a single awards conversation until this last week, where randomly out of nowhere, Kate Winslet, Kate Blanchett, and some other celebrities started saying like, "This is a great performance," and they should definitely be considering her, kind of thing. And like Kate Winslet, and again, this was like one of the notes I put on a document that I now don't have, but she was like, it's one of her favorite female performances on film ever.
What's the movie called?
It's called To Leslie.
I've never even heard of that movie.
Yeah, I hadn't really either until the start. So it feels very, I don't know, almost forced that she should suddenly appear on the Best Actress list after that. Anyway, so yeah, that's that.
Huh.
I really would have. I don't know. Emma Thompson for Good Luck to You, Leo Grande, Viola Davis, The Woman King, and Margot Robbie for Babylon were all would have been strong contenders, I think. It was a tough year for this category, I feel like.
I agree with
yeah,
this.
any thoughts? Well, you had the hottest thought.
Yeah, I'm just
with
blown
Ana
away,
de Armas,
Luis. Yeah.
I you know what? I just think that for an Oscar nomination, I think she played the role right and the tone right, but it's just like I just didn't really vibe with that character so much in the sense
And incidentally, she's playing, rather, she's competing against Michelle Williams, who was also nominated for an Oscar for playing Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
And that movie came out 11 years ago. So it's not any special. But there you go. Vastly different performances.
Yeah.
I almost think Ana de Armas was better in that role.
I feel like we've talked about this before, but Michelle Williams, first off, has Michelle Williams won an Oscar yet?
No.
She's been nominated.
She's been nominated
right?
4 times.
Yeah, for someone who
she's solid.
I don't
she's really good.
ever really think about Michelle Williams.
But I'm
just like, yeah, Michelle Williams. Yeah, she's good. Like anytime her name comes up, I'm like, yeah, Michelle Williams.
Did she get nominated? She did get nominated for the Casey Affleck film.
Yeah, Manchester by the Sea.
Manchester by the Sea.
Yeah. Brokeback Mountain, My Week with Marilyn.
Yeah.
This may be her 5th nomination, actually. Blue Valentine.
Oh, yeah. Damn, that's like a lot of, I can remember all of those moments. And it's like, it's wild that she hasn't won one yet. She's kind of like becoming like the Leonardo DiCaprio. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes. Yeah.
She needs that Tar role. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Just like a showcase performance.
Something about her when her agent was like, "Do you want to play a fictionalized Steven Spielberg's mom?" She was like, "I'm getting that fucking Oscar." And then Ed had to come in and shit all over it. You know.
She also played a fictional reporter, and she said, "Did she?"
You keep mentioning this movie, Luis. Was it a good one?
Did she really? It? No, that's Carey Mulligan.
Oh,
you said this shit. You said this shit last time, man.
Wait a second. I'm having deja vu. Didn't we do this already?
We definitely did.
Fuck?
Oh my god.
Those are not the same people.
I'm so sorry. You know, at one point in my life, I used to get Ben Affleck and not Ben Affleck. I used to get Mark Wahlberg and
Matt Damon mixed up.
Matt Damon, confused.
Yeah, me too. And back then, when I was a kid, I thought Mark Wahlberg was the cooler of the two.
Yeah.
Because
and then, they were both in The Departed, and I was like, oh my god, both of those people are in the same movie.
Yes, it was The Departed, absolutely.
I don't get that. I hear this all the time. My wife was the same way. To me, they don't look anything
Well,
alike.
they don't look the same anymore. I feel like they've aged into their faces more. But when they were younger, I used to, for some reason, my little young brain couldn't see the difference for some reason.
We're gonna have to do a poll on social media
versus Mark Wahlberg.
Young Mark Wahlberg, young.
I'm looking at this fucking picture right now, and I don't know why. I mean, they look nothing alike.
I'm thinking, like, look up Mark Wahlberg in The Planet of the Apes, and then Matt Damon in The Bourne Identity. I know it's oddly specific, but it's the same era shit.
I'm looking at all of these photos.
All right, but did you look up the ones I just said?
No, I don't have time. But
okay, we don't have time. But this is when we were developing brands. Okay.
I would fight anyone who said that they looked the same.
Okay.
I've had too much whiskey. Why am I challenging people to duels over this? You know what I mean?
The poster. If you Google Planet of the Apes 2001, the poster, you can kind of get Matt Damon vibes. I'm just saying. Anyway, moving swiftly on. We're in the final stretch now, guys. Best actor.
Fuck off.
Oh, best actor, Austin Butler.
Yes.
Elvis.
Great guess. Literally the first one on the list.
What else do we got here? Who else is acting?
We've been talking.
I'm a really good actor.
Miguel saw this movie.
Oh, Brendan Fraser. for The Whale.
No, he didn't see that movie.
No, I know he didn't see that movie, but I just remember
But
that was another one.
Yes.
Oh, Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all.
You're not going to get the last two. Paul Mescal, After Sun, and Bill Nighy, Living.
Ed, you were just talking about that movie to Leslie and what's her name? Andrea. Say it.
Riseborough.
Riseborough.
Guys,
you were just talking about how like someone just started. You were mentioning how they were talking about her, and all of a sudden she's nominated. You know, I'm here, Ed. Turn on both of your ears for a second.
You froze. What's up?
You were talking about how they just recently started talking about her, and now all of a sudden she's in the awards conversation. I just learned who Paul Mescal was like a week ago, and that feels very similar to me. Like all of a sudden he's nominated for an Oscar.
He has definitely been in the conversation.
I have never heard of this person before. The first thing I heard of him was who directed Boyhood? That director, Linklater, right? Richard Linklater.
Yeah.
Old Dick. And he's doing another one of those like multi-year movies, right? And Paul Mescal was getting cast in that, and I was just like, "Who the fuck is this?" And now all of a sudden he's getting Best Actor Oscar nom. Have you seen the thing he's in? Have you seen?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I missed.
But
I haven't even seen a trailer for this.
Neither have I. But I hear it's good.
The Gen Z, the Zoomers, they love him.
Yeah. And then Bill Nighy for Living. I still want to see Living. I haven't seen it yet, but I hear it's a really good performance.
So Paul Mescal was also in this
and none
TV
of these
show
guys have been nominated for an Oscar before.
Oh, good for them. Oh, wow.
All first time?
All first time.
Best actor?
Yep.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Wow. I'm sorry, they've all never been nominated for an Oscar or Best Actor specifically?
For an Oscar.
Wow. Shout out.
Yeah.
Paul Mescal was
coming in with some hot facts.
Paul Mescal was in a TV show called Normal People. I think it's on Hulu. Sarah watched it, and she was like, it was really good. And I think after the finale, she was shook. So it must be,
Okay.
After Sun.
Talk that talk.
Okay.
Best.
Okay, so now we're in Best Picture now.
Best Director.
Oh, shit. You're right. I forgot.
Jesus Christ.
Damien from Babylon.
Very confident young man you are. No, he did not get nominated.
Interesting. Wow.
Let him keep going. He can get.
All I got.
No.
I mean, I don't know for best directing. I mean, no, just hit me. We don't have time to guess. Just tell me what it is.
Got all the time in the world. Ruben Östlund, Triangle of Sadness.
Oh.
Todd Field.
I like.
Tar.
Okay.
Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinhardt.
Oh, the Daniels.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Martin McDonagh, The Banshees of Inisherin.
Yeah.
And Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
No.
Front runner.
No, are you serious again? This boring movie? Okay, I haven't.
The Fablemans. Man, I would have taken James Cameron over Steven Spielberg, straight up.
You know what? Out of the classic directors,
yes, out of the oldies but goodies, I would have taken James Cameron this year.
No hate to Steven, I love Steven.
Steven got nominated last year for The West Side Story. Give me a break.
Yeah. Which West Side Story was good.
Was good. It was like innovative.
You would have.
Yeah.
This was not.
Got it. This one sucks.
This one was charming.
Donkey dick. Fuck you, Steven Spielberg.
No, I would never say that, Steven Spielberg. I love you.
No, you're practically saying his childhood, Ed.
Nah, that's great. All of these directors.
You overindulged and you were telling just a bunch of stories from your childhood, and everyone was like, "This fucking sucks." Yeah, that would, as an insecure person as I am, I would feel very sad. I would probably kill myself. Yeah.
Wait, can you hit me? Can you hit me with Best Director again? Just so I can sync it.
Okay, Ruben Östlund, Triangle of Sadness. Todd Field, Tar. The Daniels, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Martin McDonagh, Banshees of Inisherin, and Steven Spielberg, The Fablemans.
Okay. Let's do Best Picture. Here we go. It's gonna be Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's gonna be Banshees of Inisherin. It's gonna be All Quiet on the Western Front.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be. Did I just say 3? I blacked out.
You did.
That was
Everywhere
3.
All at Once. Banshees of Inisherin. All Quiet on the Western Front.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be The Whale. It's gonna be
No.
who else is coming in here that needs to get attention? Better not be the Fablemans. Tar. And then it's gonna be how many nominees do we have? 8?
10.
Shit! Are you kidding me? 10?
Yeah.
That's too
You got
many.
4.
No.
Where have you been the last
yes,
10 years?
Well, I didn't know it was 10. I thought it was like
Yeah.
8 or something. That's a
It,
lot.
it varies from 8 to 10. Yeah.
That's a lot of movies. 10?
Yeah,
You want Ed to just run through the list?
Yeah, run through the rest.
Okay, yes.
Did I get any of them? Did all those make it?
Yeah, you got 4.
4 out of the 5 of your guesses.
Yeah.
Okay.
But start at the top. It's
I will,
hit me up.
yeah. All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh, duh.
Avatar, The Way of Water.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. The Banshees of Inisherin.
Okay.
Elvis.
Wow.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Ooh, this is going to be a tough year.
The Fablemans.
No.
Say it right, Ed.
No.
The
It's like the Riddler.
The Fablemans. The Fablemans. The Fablemans. Tar. Top Gun Maverick. Triangle of Sadness.
Whoa. This
And
is
Luis, this was your most anticipated movie of last year. Women Talking.
You guys jump to our YouTube, youtube.com/@thepunchdrunknerd, and go back and watch Luis's face just now.
Slow-mo.
Wow,
Yeah, Woman
what a
Talking
tough-
got
what a
nominated
tough-
for 2 Oscars. This
One
Best
of them
Picture-
being Best Picture.
Best Picture and Best Adapted Screenplay.
Okay. This is a tough year.
That's a tough year. There you go, guys.
Wait, so The Whale didn't get nominated for Best Picture.
The Whale did not get nominated, but I
Okay.
don't know if you've been like
And neither did Aaron.
off-ski.
Yeah.
Yeah, but really, Brendan Fraser has been the
only
talking
thing.
point. And then, of course,
Okay.
the supporting actress Hong Chow for
Right.
The
right.
Whale.
Wow.
So, I mean,
Wow. Okay, we did it. We're here. Oscars. Okay.
there you go. Your nominees for 2023.
Wait. So list out the best pictures again because I want to see if I've seen
He's
them
like-
all or not.
yeah,
He's
let's
like,
talk
start-
about it. That's
start-
a big one.
start
We
from
can,
the top again.
One
we
more
can
time,
at least
one more
talk about
time.
this.
Hit them
All right.
up, and then I'm gonna see if I've seen it.
Okay, All Quiet on the Western Front.
Fuck. I already know.
Avatar, The Way of Water.
Yes.
The Banshees of Inisherin.
Yes.
Elvis.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah.
The Fablemans.
Oh, do I have to see that movie?
No.
Yeah.
No. Tar.
You do.
Yes.
Top Gun Maverick.
Yes.
Triangle of Sadness.
Yes.
Women Talking.
Okay.
I've seen
Gotta
eight.
do some work here.
I've seen 8 of the nominees.
Uh-huh.
No, I've seen 9. I've seen 9.
Okay.
But
All right.
8 of them were in, 7 of them were in my top 10 of the year.
Wow.
You can find out what that was by listening to our last week's episode.
That's right.
Or whenever that was.
It was like
2 weeks
it
ago?
was weeks ago.
Okay, so
2
the
weeks
next
ago.
one I'll definitely watch, I guess, is All Quiet on the Western Front because that one got a lot of.
I've been rewatching
No,
it these last couple of days.
All right, let's do it.
I wanted to ask this earlier, but then I realized it was going to be mentioned a lot, so I thought I'd wait till the end. All Quiet on the Western Front. Luis, if you watch this one, I mean, you got to watch Saving Private Ryan at some point, right?
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah.
This kind of seems like a back-to-back double feature of trauma.
Double feature. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be a rough 6 hours.
War trauma.
I watched that one. I watched All Quiet on the Western
World War
Front.
II. Here we go.
All Quiet on the Western Front. I watched Saving Private Ryan, and I watch
Women Talking.
no, what was that movie I actually did never see? It was so sad. The Christopher Nolan movie. I didn't see it.
Dunkirk?
Yeah, I didn't see Dunkirk.
You want to do a couple of war, like a war trilogy?
That one's
Do
like that's a gentle one.
I didn't like
really?
that one.
That's good old Chris Nolan PG-13, baby. As he does.
Okay.
So yeah, any thoughts real quick about Best Picture?
It's a tough year. Tough year. A lot of competition. I think there's a lot of who knows?
I was
who's gonna
surprised
win,
Babylon wasn't nominated. I'll be honest.
Literally,
Just
no one
because
liked
like
that
Hollywood
movie.
loves movies about Hollywood.
I like that movie.
I like that movie. The more I think about that movie, I like that movie.
It was fun. It was dynamic.
was
It had a
fun.
lot of spunk to it. Maybe the story wasn't your jam. Maybe the narrative got here and there. But you know what? I had fun with it.
It was
Good
good,
song,
and
like a
the
good
set pieces
cheeseburger.
were incredible.
Yeah.
Like,
But fuck you. You don't like it. I'm kidding. No, I think we're all different. No, I think it's a tough year. Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, Banshees of Inisherin. What else is there? Was something else that was like, wow, that's a tough competition.
all right, right here, right now, before you catch up on watching all of these, Miguel, I know you said you were going to watch all 10 of these.
That's my goal. Yeah.
Who do you think's got it?
Just going off vibes.
Just
Luis, go.
Yeah, gut feeling.
Say it, Luis.
This is what I think. I want Everything Everywhere All at Once to win, but I feel like Hollywood really likes Tar, and so that could dangerously come up and steal the show.
Can I give you? Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
This is not my guess, but I totally feel what you're saying, Luis. Like Tar to me definitely feels like one of those that would be like win all of a sudden, and you'd be like, whoa, okay, I guess fucking people loved that movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're like, I was just hoping to see Avatar up there one time.
Yeah,
But okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you my
Like,
2
this is
cents real
cinema.
quick.
Go
I
ahead.
think if Tara's going to win big, it's going to win Best Director, and then Best Picture is going to go to Everything Everywhere All at Once.
That's good. I like that. Best screenplay will go to Banshees of Inisherin.
Yes. Best Original, yeah.
Best original.
I think Best Adapted.
I already forgot the list, but
Yeah.
I can look at the list now. Okay.
You could do that.
I don't
What
know,
do you know?
man.
Supporting is what's Angela Bassett.
If there was going to be what were you going to say, Miguel? What don't you know, man?
Well, most of these. So I'm just trying to think, like, what kind of like Luis was saying, how he wants a movie. Like, I saw Banshees of Inisherin, so I would love it to win. You know what I mean? I had a good time watching that movie. But
There are 2 movies that I feel confident if they had a chance against beating Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's the Banshees of Inisherin and the Fablemans.
I kind of wanted to jokingly say Fablemans. All Quiet on the Western Front seems like a movie that got nominated a whole bunch, and I kind of think is going to win none of them. You know what I'm saying? Like not because I haven't seen them. I haven't seen the movie, so this is not like a quality thing. Like it's just one of those that I feel like just for the like nomination
Just from the vibe.
conversation,
Yeah.
like we're hearing them a lot, but then like when it comes to actual like, all right, put your money on it.
Yeah,
I can see it not winning anything.
I think purely because RRR did not get nominated for Best Foreign Language. I think if it's going to win anything, it's going to be that one.
Well, you know what? You know what would lose my mind if after all this, if Triangle of Sadness won, I would be like, what a weird world we live in.
And what a great upset that would be.
What that would be the
also kind of
craziest
like-
upset in
that
the
would be
world if that
monumental.
ever happened. That would be insane.
But I could also see
Best
that
director, best
happening, you know what I
screenplay,
mean?
either.
I always feel like
I don't
the
think that's gonna
Oscars
happen.
are where no, but not because I've seen the movie or anything. But I just feel like this is like the time to do something like that. It's always the Oscars. Where,
I think it's
if you
gonna be
think, like,
Eat the
if you
rich.
think- you know what I mean? Like, for example, like Brendan Fraser, like let's say he won every award leading up to the Oscars, and then the Oscars they gave it to. It was like the year that like Mark Rylance won for Best Supporting Actor, and everyone was like, "Who the fuck is Mark Rylance?" You know what I mean? Although I love him now. I don't know. I could see this being, you know, the Oscars being the place where the zinger comes in.
I just feel like people they just love Tar. Like you're right. I guess it could go director. And
I think,
everything,
because
you know
like
what,
with director, they tend to show their appreciation for the art, whereas when it comes to Best Picture, they tend to lean towards crowd pleaser.
right,
Well, if we're talking about pleasing crowds,
everything.
Avatar,
No, I don't think Avatar will win Best Picture.
no,
but I would. we
You
haven't
know
really
why?
talked
Because
about
it's got other movies coming up. It's gonna do the Return
Top
of the
Gun.
King.
You about to say Top Gun, Miguel?
Yeah, only because like, and I think our friend Josh Brown, when we were chatting with him when the noms came out earlier this week. And I think he was making a good point just about how like Top Gun maybe right, Ed, was that what he was saying was Top Gun? I gotta hope I'm not remembering this. About how like maybe that's not his like favorite like best picture Oscar movie.
But it clearly made waves.
It brought people to theaters. It got a conversation going. It like was the comeback of the movie theater experience.
I don't think many people could say a bad thing about it because it's pure entertainment.
Exactly. I mean, it is what it is.
It's non-political. Mm-hmm. It's just strictly, visual wonder.
I think like a few years ago, you know what I mean? You would have heard, Top Gun, Maverick, Best Picture. You know what I mean? You would be like, shut the fuck up, Top Gun. Like,
yeah, you could just see it as a summer blockbuster, but
yeah, but like we're reaching. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, now you're like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. Absolutely,
I had a great time.
It earned it. I often find it. I'm sure a lot of people agree with this. It's just like it's hard to not see one of the highest grossing movies of the year, or indeed ever, not be nominated. Like a lot of people were upset that Endgame didn't even score a nomination.
Man,
Avatar, obviously both of them. Avatar, by the way, crossing $2 billion this last week.
We're not doing news this episode, Ed.
I know. But you know what I mean? It's like it's the sixth highest grossing movie of all time. It hasn't really slowed down just yet. So that, yeah, to your point, and to Josh's point, it's like these movies put people in the seats, and
exactly,
clearly people enjoyed them. Like, so that, yeah, there's got to be some merit there for that. But that's just the Oscars, isn't it? So there you go.
Guys,
the nominations.
There you go, the nominations. But I feel like Everything Everywhere All at Once captures a spectacle, it captures the fun, but it also has heart, it also has art, and I feel like it's got the whole shebang wrapped up, ready to give to an award too. Tar is like going to be
win Best Picture.
That's what I think too. And Tar is going to be like, fuck all these blockbuster movies. We're all about the art, and so that's why Tar is going to win a bunch of movies. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's the vibe I'm getting from people. But Triangle of Sadness would be like, whoa, we're getting weird with it. You know,
I love it.
Let's do it.
I would love that. Yeah, absolutely. There you go.
Okay.
All right. Wow. We got one other thing to talk about.
One more thing. We'll keep it short. We'll keep it quick because it's not going away. The Last of Us, episode 2. Quick thoughts, right? So I'm loving these little cold opens that are coming up at the beginning of these movies, these shows. I hope they continue doing these cold opens. I like this cold open more than the first episode. I'm talking about when they had the early breakout and she was going in and they were like, hey, you're a fungi person, right? Can you figure this out? And she goes on and she's just like, what do we do? Is there a vaccine? And she's like, no. Boom. And then they're basically, saying, oh, spoilers alert for Last of Us.
Yep.
We jumped right into that.
We did, I mean, with a quickness, we jumped right into that.
You were still catching up. I'm sorry.
I know. Got a little whiplash. You know what I mean? No, I will say that it's just 2 episodes in. Well, technically, you know what I mean. If they were saying like episode 1 was really 1 and 2 merged together, this is like the 3rd episode. I'm having a really good time. And I to echo just what Luis was saying, that cold open was phenomenal. I do think the buzz on the internet so far about the couple of episodes is that if they want to open every episode with like a flashback to either like, right at outbreak day, you know what I mean? Like, I think everyone's here for it. They've been doing a really good job so far. What'd you guys think about the episode? There's a lot of really good moments. And Ed, I do want to talk to you because
let's go.
Again, you're our resident. I didn't play the game.
I did like the cold opening. One thing I'm struggling with is trying to. Obviously, I didn't play the game, but I'm trying to disassociate it from a game.
Sure,
if that makes sense.
Well,
because I find myself there are like certain scenarios where the characters get into where I feel like, okay, this is probably pulled from the game.
And Ed, this episode specifically, and I don't mean to cut you off, but it's just like this is
no, go ahead. Yeah,
is just that Neil Druckmann, who was the creative director of the games and more so in the second one, he directed this episode of The Last of Us. And there are plenty of shots throughout this episode that were just pulled, even dialogue, pulled directly from the game. You know what I mean?
I've seen a lot of comparison videos. Courtesy of IGN.
That's right.
Shout out.
Also, they posted some kind of spoilerific content. You should get on that.
Just unfollow them, Ed. You know what I mean? Just
it wasn't a spoiler for me. You're right. I'm sorry.
So this is gonna be like that. You know what I mean? Two sides of the same coin thing, or whatever it is. Just painstakingly. Shot for shot remake. You know what I mean? Is it good? Is it bad? You know what I mean? I feel like that's what we're going to see throughout this season is, does it work 100% of the time? Is it necessary 100% of the time?
Right.
I will say this, and we can touch on it in a little bit. Even when I think why it works for me is because they're on a very shallow level copying scenes. You know what I mean? But then giving you just enough like zhuzh in each moment that's different than the game that really elevates that experience. You know what I'm saying? And there's a couple of moments I'm going to talk about in this episode specifically that are basically shot for shot, dialogue for dialogue, but that zhuzh is there.
Yeah. No, it's interesting.
I just don't want Ed to get I'm sorry, one last thing is I just don't want Ed to get like discouraged from the show.
No, not at all discouraged.
Just because it feels like a video game.
It's like, something about I wish wasn't like a factor, and it's not like a negative by any means, but I just find myself thinking like like in a lot of scenes just like how, and that, but also I'm genuinely curious, like, are the gamers going to start thinking it's just pulling from the game shot for shot, and at that point, is it really a good show, or is it just like a Disney live action remake?
And that's kind of the point that I was trying to make a couple minutes ago. And that's
sorry.
But that's what I think they're doing well, is I feel like these moments are kind of earned when you do see that shot. And there was a couple of times in this episode specifically that I went, "Oh my god, that's from the game," and I just wasn't quite expecting it. You know what I mean? And we'll talk about it. So
there's so to talk about the episode in general, I really like that cold opening. The clickers, is that what we're calling them?
That's what they're called.
They definitely freak me out. This whole fungus infection is creepy as hell. If we can jump straight to the end of the episode.
Yes, let's jump to the end. Or no, let's wait.
I don't know. It's a good one.
Fucking let's do it, because it's what's been haunting me ever since. But yeah, spoiler alert, obviously. We lose... and this happened a lot sooner than I anticipated.
Well, that's good.
That's awesome.
I kind of felt like the Tess character. I feel like a lot of characters are inevitably going to be lost throughout this show.
The lost
or left behind, because I know, it's supposed to be just Joel and Ellie. So, so when it happened, I was just like, "Oh shit, this is happening already," kind of thing. And you kind of suspected it in some moments, I guess. But like, man, when it happened, and
so
that this, so the zombies, for lack of a better word, the clickers communicate through
the infected.
The infected communicate through long-running fibers that run in the ground, I guess, for lack of any better terminology. And they summon everybody
to
this building. They're a hive mind, thank you. And it's a terrifying moment where Tess is pouring gasoline everywhere, got that good old-fashioned Hollywood cigarette lighter.
Yeah.
What the fuck would TV, movies, any characters do without these fucking cliche lighters? Yeah, it's like nobody carries a Bic. Like, you don't think that would be the
Hey, shout out Bic, dude. They don't sponsor us, but like, fuck yeah, Bic. They work every time until they're done.
You couldn't light it and then throw it and then blow up something. You would just light it, drop it, and it would go out.
This is one of the examples, obviously, that I want to talk about. That we were talking, shot for shot versus that zhuzh.
No, this was what I was curious about too.
This was pulled. First off, her dying in this was exactly where it happens in the story in the game. You know what I mean? It's what pushes them. They're already on their journey, but you know what I mean. And you kind of feel like Tess is going to be there for maybe like an act or two. You know what I mean?
She's a strong character. You kind of
and that to the testament of Tess, like in the game and also Anna Torv's performance.
Yeah,
she is such a pivotal character. And her being lost is the same as Joel losing Sarah in the beginning of at Outbreak Day, his daughter. Right. You know what I mean? Like these are two people that he loses that are, incredibly important to him. But anyway, to the point that I was making is this is very close to how it plays out in the game. In the game, it's the Fedra, like government entity, police. They're coming into this building and they're the ones she shoots at them and they shoot her and she dies. But the zhuzh of the show, and I'm going to keep saying this, okay?
Yeah, I like it.
Zhuzh
is the way they elevate this moment, and I think you're going to hear it from a lot of people who played the game, is they took something that was sad and kind of traumatic for these characters, and they cranked it up to 11. You know what I mean? She was always, well, actually, I don't know about the gas. I don't think the gas happens in the game. Like I said, I think it's a shootout where she dies. But like it's like this big explosion. Okay, so already for television, they're amping it up. And then I think the thing we're all going to talk about is the zombies run in and they do kind of a little bit of the World War Z thing where they walk right past her at first because she's already infected. And then that one locks into her.
Yes.
You do not see this. Does not happen in the game.
No, I was like, I was holding my breath when it
edge
happened.
Of my seat.
It was terrible.
And so not only is this thing looking at her, and you're kind of freaked out already because it's like, I don't want these things looking at me. I don't want them to know where I'm at. I'm terrified of them. And then the way it just walks right up to her.
It knows.
And then, of course, gives her like the kiss of death or whatever, was incredibly disgusting.
It was horrifying.
Stomach churning.
It was disgusting and beautiful at the same time. Do you know what I mean? It was like, it does this like weird, because like when you see it, it's also like he's like beautifully backlit. It's like quiet and serene, but it's also very disgusting. It's this, it's doing these two things at once where it's not dark and grim. Like it almost has a glow to it, as they're almost like romanticizing this union of the two of the hive mind, And
there's like a quietness to it as well.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's just it's almost peaceful,
but
in this world where it's so fucking chaotic.
Yeah,
there's this quick moment of silence right before.
Very upsetting though. Like just seeing her reaction, she does such a good job in that moment.
She's so good.
And like, thank God she blows them the fuck to hell. But like, it's one of those things where like you kind of would have preferred the alternative where they just run at you and tear you apart, because that would have been mortifying. Like how she didn't just like collapse right then and there.
Well, I think she does a really good performance of almost giving in. You know what I mean? Because she is turning. And so there's this moment when she's like kind of accepting, and just the last bit of Tess left just lit that lighter, because I think a part of her was fading and accepting this kiss.
Would it have happened that quickly transfer from that?
Yes. So a lot of people turn. I mean, it's usually like overnight. You know what I mean? There's a couple of examples where a character like the next day.
Yeah, I remember like in the first episode they had like that little whiteboard,
like a chart of
saying like,
and it was. I mean,
if like anywhere appears,
shoulder.
Yeah.
So it's like right by the brain,
like near the neck.
The whole thing, right? Like it's. It takes over the brain. And so it's like, it's happening pretty good. And she does a really great job. So first off, did you know she got bit in that scene where she does get bit?
When she comes back?
We'll talk about that scene in a second. But like, did you kind of get a sense that something was different?
No, honestly, not right away, because I thought they did a pretty good job of misdirecting, because she had hurt her ankle. Or something, her foot,
and also Ellie gets bit, which is something that doesn't happen.
Or scratched,
in the game.
Right?
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah. So that's that misdirect. But I thought she did a phenomenal job, Anna Torv, the actress, because to me, almost instantly, you see a shift in her character.
Yeah.
She's much more agitated.
Yeah.
She's much more just like, let's get this over with. We have to get this done. There's an urgency to her that wasn't quite there ahead of time. You can see the way Joel, like when she snaps at him, she's like, can't you just be happy just once? And Joel's got this kind of like, whoa, like, okay, I don't understand why you're attacking me right now. And it's like, because she's literally going to attack you in a few hours. You know what I mean? I thought that was a really good like nod to it's coming. You just don't know yet.
Yeah, really good.
Tess has a wonderful arc too, where she is finally when they wake up, it's just like she's starting to have this curious hope that Ellie is something that's going to change everything.
And at the start of the episode, she tells her, "We're not good people. We are not going to be good to you." But even just the next couple of scenes later, when they're walking through the city before the zombies really kind of show up again, you can tell she sees something in Ellie that she kind of like admires. You know, she even tells her, "You got a lot of balls on you." Like, you can tell like Tess is a hardened, just the way Joel has been hardened by the outbreak. Tess is equally hardened by it, and the fact that they see someone born post outbreak who has that kind of like that ability to survive, that little twinkle. You know what I mean? I think Tess sees that and wants her to, thrive.
Yeah.
I kind of went on a tangent there. Sorry.
No.
I love the Tess character. I mean, it's tough every time I play that game. When she dies, and that's what I mean about the Zhuzh in this episode. They took it up to 11, and do
you ever play as her as a character?
No, she's always just someone that's there with you.
Yeah.
When you see, just like in the show, you meet Joel 20 years later, she's already there. Like they hint at a relationship. I think The Last of Us, the TV show, does a little more like they're a little more forward that they had some sort of relationship because like she crawls into bed with him at one point.
Yeah.
In the game, it's a little like, did they?
Yeah. I like it when they don't present everything up front. When they kind of leave things hidden.
Spell it all out.
When they don't spell it out is best for me when they do these type of shows.
So they did a good job establishing her as a character being, I don't know, just kind of like tough, hard-headed, and you can see why her... Yeah, exactly. Like, she understands Joel. She doesn't judge him. And she respects him for that.
Oh, man.
She controls him. She controls him too. She's like, he's the wild dog.
Yeah.
And she was like, all right, you can go fuck that guy up,
Yeah.
And now she's gone. And so it's just, what's this wild dog going to do?
Two really quick moments right there in that same scene that we're talking about that I want to talk about. I don't know why I said chat up. I've had too many whiskeys. So
talk about
the way the zhuzh, not Jews, what zhuzh?
Sorry,
man, when he was like, he kind of tells her like from the start of the episode all the way to that scene, he's like, we need to go back. Like, this is fucked. Like, I don't know what's happening, but this is not worth our time. And in that scene, when she's like frantically searching the dead bodies of the fireflies to find a map or a radio or whatever, he tells her like, Tess, we got to go back home. And she turns and just very aggressively says, that's not my home. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember that moment in the game. I don't know if that happens there, but I just really loved that line and delivery. It's like, yes, you are displaced in this post-outbreak world, and she sees a hope, you know what I mean, for the future that she knows she's not going to be there for, and in that moment, she's giving every last bit of her all to this like dream. And I really loved that moment from her.
Yeah.
But my favorite moment, possibly I won't say the whole episode, but of that scene for sure, was when she tells Joel. So you were talking about how the hive mind and all this and that, they know where they are, and the zombies are coming after them. And Joel's like, we only have like a minute until they get here. And they have a little bit of a back and forth. And then there's a quiet moment where she tells him, she says, Joel, save all you can. You know what I mean? I'm paraphrasing, but save everyone you can. And he immediately grabs Ellie's arm and takes off without having like this like goodbye, like I need to have this longing moment with you or anything like that. He turns and runs.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had like chills in that moment because I wasn't expecting him to react that quickly, even though there's like the impending danger.
Because he knew. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, he knows. Just like in general in the zombie world, I'm about to get fucked. But here I don't have time. I have to make this decision right now. Man, I just thought that was really good. And again, I'm sorry, I'm going on a.
Well, there's a moment where she like when they're kind of revealing that whole thing, and he's instantly afraid and takes a step back away from her.
Yeah, or he's like,
it's like very subtle. Yeah,
it's good.
That is almost line for line what happens in the game. They play it beautifully. The way he tells her, show me. Like, let me see it. I almost don't believe it.
Right.
And they do a really good job. And I think this is what the internet's been talking about. In the game, he sees Ellie, something that doesn't happen in the TV show. He sees Ellie breathe in all of these spores from the infected. And he goes, I've seen spores kill men bigger than you instantly. Like, how are you breathing this? And that's how Joel realizes that it's true that she's immune.
Right.
And the TV show does a really good job of doing that differently. You know what I mean? She gets bit or scratched or whatever, and Tess gets bit at the same time. And how quickly, Tess is getting taken over, and Ellie is fine.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like the next episode is going to be different than this one, where this was super like video gamey. We got to crossover. We got to get from here to here, and it gets intense. Almost like Mad Max in some way, where you're just like, we got to go from this destination to this destination. I feel like episode 3 is going to not only add a little bit more background for this next character, but also be just more of a character study. And we're going to take time from not walking so much and sit with these people.
Yeah.
With Bill, and there are things that are going to be new with Bill. And it's just going to be it's going to be interesting to see how different this next episode is going to be compared to this one, which is very video game-esque.
So two points. What I was telling Kristen at the end of that episode when they were showing next week the Bill storyline is right at the end of the next week on or whatever. He's like Nick Offerman's injured and he tells Frank, call Joel. At the end of the first episode, when they've already gone into the outer QZ trying to like leave the QZ, they cut to the shot in the apartment of the radio, and the radio kicks on, and it's an 80s song, and that means there's trouble. I think what's going to happen is we're going to see most of the episode being a flashback where we do get to learn, like what you're saying, Bill and Frank's backstories that kind of lead to that moment of them calling Joel with that radio. At the end of the first episode. So, Ed, my guess is that most of this next episode, or at least of Bill's storyline is going to be like not from the game.
Okay.
And it's going to be mostly new. And I will say this, that all of the new things that we have seen so far that weren't in the game have been really engaging and entertaining.
Yeah.
So if this is how they want to play that next episode, I am here for it.
Yeah, that second cold open, the first one, we talked about it in the last episode. It did such a good job at establishing what we would be seeing without showing it, but building up that sense of dread. And then the second episode was grim, I guess. Like, the way they're just like, what do we do? And she's just like, bomb the city. And everybody in it, like, woof. Like, yeah, that's intense. So, I'm enjoying it.
Let's talk about the what I think was maybe the first real, you know what I mean? The two scenes I think we were going to talk about. Let's talk about the first one. So they're walking through Boston. They realize the way that they were going to go is blocked by a bunch of infected. So they decide to go a different way through the museum. This is a level from the game. Bless you, Ed. No one saw you sneeze, but I did.
It was a cough, but thank you.
My kid at home, he's really good about saying "bless you" when someone sneezes. Recently, we've been, if you have like a cough or something, he started going, "Excuse you."
Oh, really?
I was like, "Who the fuck?" Okay. But no, actually, something else I wanted to talk about that kind of surprised me just right before this is he goes, if we're gonna go, the long way or whatever, we got to cut through the hotel and see first. Like we got to get an eyeball on what's ahead of us. Ed, that hotel scene actually does not happen then. That is much later in the game, and they repurposed it. And I think that's another thing that they do really good. Is taking certain elements of the game and repurposing them for the TV show to tell that story different in this medium. But the thing I was talking about when I was saying they pulled it directly from the game and that I pointed to was when they walked into that hotel, that set looks almost identical to the level you play in the game. So it's not even just like, like beat for beat story wise, but just physical location was almost exactly. I was like, oh my God, that's the hotel.
Miguel,
she's going to.
When they pulled that dead body, I was like, are they about to find like a map inside this dude's coat jacket?
Bro, I was
like, because that was like,
safe. Let me get some ammunition.
Let me get the safe. Yeah, did they go to the safe and get some information? Like, what is going? I thought they were going to pull something like that. Like, oh, here's the code that we need to unlock, like, or something.
Kind of like when he beat that security guard in the first one. It's like hit X to pick up his gun.
Hell yeah, dude. And we talked about that last week too, about how that felt very much like, okay, I'm in the game. Like he picks up that gun and I'm like, all right, gotta go.
And it happened again. Didn't he opened that blue truck or that truck? He opened it and there was no one there. Yeah. And I think that's like when Fedra was supposed to come out, and then he just found weapons and it was like, oh yeah, next level, pick up new gear, move on.
You grab what you can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome to see, I mean, like I said, it just felt like, yes, I'm in the game. But not in like a gimmicky way. And that's, again, the thing that I'm so worried about for you, Ed, is like, I just don't want you to feel like, oh, this is just a video game. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I definitely haven't thought that. I think it's just how, just how I haven't played it, but I know a lot about the game in general. Maybe not story-wise, but just kind of like, certain things about it, I guess. And I guess in my mind, I'm constantly making that comparison, kind of really just subconsciously. But it's not, like, I want to emphasize that it's not putting me off in any way.
Good.
I don't feel like it's hokey, like it's not forced, Like, you remember, it's not like they're trying to deliberately do like a first-person shooter. You know how like some movies try and do that?
Yeah.
It's like, it's a gimmick, but yeah, no, I think it everything has felt natural. I just, in my mind, I can't help but wonder. Just like wonder about certain moments in particular, I guess. So,
right.
Like when they're in that museum, when
let's talk the museum.
Yeah, well, yeah, just like it was intense. The design of the clickers is intense,
and that is pulled, unique. I mean, straight from the game. And
I've seen those images too, and that's a cool thing too.
When because I watched it a couple times now, and I was telling her on the second one, I was like, man, in the game, like the first time you played in the game and you run across clickers, that's exactly how it feels when you watch it for the first time too. You know what I mean? Like after you learn how you can kind of, once you play it and you die 1,000 times and you realize how you can kill them, you know what I mean? You realize how you can kind of like beat these puzzles in the video game. You know what I mean? But in the show, they do such a good job of kind of reminding you these are like one of the scarier versions of the infected. And when they talk about, Ellie has a line earlier where she's they kind of play a joke about how, so there's not like super like bloated infected that throw spores or whatever. Like that is a character. Those are zombies in the game.
Yeah.
That absolutely. And we have seen them in the trailer. So they exist.
Right.
But it's like, it's not just those first, I just got bit infected that are the scariest. You know what I mean? Like there's evolutions to it. And the zhuzh on this scene, is how sensitive they were to the sounds. Like in the game, you throw bottles, you throw bricks, you distract them.
Yeah.
Or you can kind of like walk and, you know, you're breathing and things like that. And that doesn't like set them off. You know what I mean? But like she like gasped or something.
And that was enough to turn.
And he was lit. You know what I mean? Like he was like, I'm coming after you. And that kind of elevated it for me. It was like they were already kind of scary. Also, when they walk into the building for the first time and she finds the dead guy who's like freshly killed, you know what I mean? And like all cut up and shit.
Yeah.
And how she's kind of like the audience in that moment, right? Where she's like, what is this? What's going on? And you look back at Joel and Tess and they are immediately panicked. And you look at them and you go, wait, if you're scared, like I should be scared.
Yeah.
And even the way she was like, you know, she starts to say something and the way Pedro Pascal also is a really good moment. The way he just like, he doesn't tell her shush. He doesn't make noise to tell her to be quiet. Yeah. He like makes a face. He's like, almost like he's like, shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Don't fucking talk right now. But without saying it. And I was,
at this moment, we're not quiet. We're silent or something like that. He said that.
And he's like, and he's like, no questions, just do it. And it's one of those things where it's like, yo, dude, you know what you're talking about. And if you're telling me to do something, I'm fucking listening right now. No, the way that they were immediately, and you know, when you're like scared and your mind is trying to kind of like tell you all the reasons why you shouldn't be. Tess was a really good example about that. She was like, no, maybe, you know, maybe he was injured outside and he crawled in here and that's why the door was open. Like, it's not a clicker. Like, it's not, right? And it's just like, no, dude, you know exactly what fucking did that. And you should be scared. The tension in this show, only 2 episodes in, you know what I mean, has me really excited for what's to come. Ed, I'm sorry. I kind of, what did you think about this scene in general? Walking through, once they realized the clickers were like, maybe the first time you heard the clicker, what did you think?
I mean, I was scared. Like, is that what you?
That's exactly what I wanted to hear, baby.
Yeah, no, I mean, just the look of them and the intensity that, you know, like Pedro Pascal was playing. I mean, it all really worked. It was tense. I was on edge, and so I guess these clickers cannot, once they develop to a certain stage, they can't see anymore. And they rely solely on hearing. And
so, fun fact, there's that line where Pedro Pascal says, they don't see, they can hear. Do you remember that? When he says that to Ellie and very quietly. That was a pickup shot afterwards. So they showed that episode to the producers and they're like, wait, I don't understand. Why can't they see them? They should be able to just know that they're there. And because they didn't play the game, so they weren't aware of it. And they were like, my God, I never thought of it that way. So they came back and they just reaffirmed that scene saying
they're blind.
Yeah, they're blind. Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that helped. Interesting. Like, oh, wow. What an interesting, like, behind the scenes pickup situation, you know? So.
Speaking of the clicker sound as well, I don't know if you guys picked up on this, but at the very beginning of the episode, once they decide, like, they eat their breakfast, right? And they have that line about like she's eating like a chicken sandwich or whatever. And they go to leave right as Joel opens the door. I don't know if you realize, but they make the creaking sound of the door sound exactly like a clicker.
Oh,
and it's kind of like
good
foreshadowing of what's to come.
That's good. Smart. I like that. That when that clicker sound came out, I was like, I got transported back to playing the game late at night. And I was like, oh my God, I've just had like a sensory memory, you know, comeback with that sound because they did it. It's the same people. It's the same people who did the game. They're doing this one. And so when you hear it, they're like that weird, like creaking up.
I was blown away to hear that was voice actors making. I don't know why, you know what I mean? Because it just seems like something that you'd have to manufacture because it's such an odd sound to make.
They have The Last of Us behind the scenes for the video game that I talked about with you, Miguel, on the side. On that one, there's a segment, like, I don't know, halfway through or 3/4 in, where you'll see them doing the sound effects for it. And they layer a bunch of sounds together to create that sound. So it is manipulated.
It's definitely not just like, I can't just make that noise. Okay, that's
no. Yeah, it's all layered.
this is what blows my mind is in the game, and again, because it's like a video game, you're kind of like superhuman. You know what I mean? There's like things you could do in a video game that's not going to necessarily be, and I don't necessarily think we're going to see it in the show. But like obviously in the first game, Joel has like shivs, knives. He can walk up to them, kind of grab them and stab them in the neck.
Yeah.
And that kills them, which already is kind of terrifying because I can't imagine getting close to one of those things enough to like hug it basically and stab it at the same time. But in the second game, there's a character who I won't talk about a whole bunch right now, who straight up chokes the zombies. You know what I mean? Like with their arm, gets right in it and chokes them enough that it cracks their necks.
Oh my God.
And they die.
Ugh.
And you guys.
That's a bad
and I just couldn't imagine walking up to one of these things that
Absolutely
are so terrible. Which I've died so many times via clicker specifically, where they rip your neck open.
Oh
it's
very violent.
Tough.
Yeah.
It's very hard to kill these things. And there's a few others that get a little tricky too. There's a couple of variations of this zombie that I don't know if we're going to see. Like one of them is like what's called like a stalker or something. There's a variation where they're kind of like an in-between, like a runner, which is like the base zombie and the clicker. And what they do is they like hide in corners, and they don't like in the game. There's a mechanic where you can listen and you can kind of hear where the zombies are. And these don't make sound, but they stalk you. And I'm curious to see if we're going to see those here in the future. Going on a tangent. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm super excited about this show. I'm liking what they're doing thus far.
Yeah.
I loved this
7 more episodes to go.
Mm-hmm. Really looking forward to this next one. Ed, did you see your boy in the?
I did.
Yeah,
him and Nick Offerman look like they're rocking fake beards, which looks a little weird. But
I tell you what, though, Bill, the Nick Offerman character, Bill is one of the greats in the game. He's one of those, again, in The Last of Us. What you're going to see is characters come and go. It's Joel and Ellie's story, and all these other characters push them forward, whether they die or they leave. It's always moving forward, and Bill has a really solid chapter in their story. So I'm very much looking forward to it.
I'm excited to. I can only imagine we're just going to see a lot of fucked up shit to come. So I'm nervous.
Just to wrap it up, I was gonna. I'll let Miguel. You got since you have something else to say, but we got introduced to this chicken sandwich, and when they started going into the water, I was like, God damn! If that backpack goes into the water, I'm gonna be upset.
First off,
I was like, because that sandwich better not get wet when it's walking in the water.
Nothing is worse.
I was on the edge of my seat when I saw them going into the water. I was like, that sandwich better not touch the water.
Yeah, that's wild that you mentioned this, Luis. Ed, just a couple weeks ago, and I told Kristen this. I woke up because it tickled me so. I had a dream that you know how we all get together. This is just like behind the scenes of us and our friend group. We all get together for New Year's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all get to see each other, and we all have a really fun time. I had a dream that we were having like a New Year's get together where we were all together at Sarah's parents' house, and we had been partying all night long, and there was food, like how you create like a food tray or whatever, and it just kind of sits out till it's gone. Well, it had been several hours. I don't know why I'm going into so much detail. And I took like a bite. It was like a chicken tender or something in my dream, and I took a bite of it. And Ed, in my dream, you and Sarah, like really jumped down my throat. You guys were like, how could you eat chicken that's been out for this long? Like, Miguel, you're going to get sick. I would never do that. Like, you guys had kind of like a snotty attitude about it. And I was drunk. In my dream, I was just drunk eating some chicken. You know what I mean?
It sounds like we were just worried for you, man.
Yeah, but in my head, I was like, you don't fucking tell me what to do. And that's what I thought about when I was watching this episode, her eat this chicken. I was like, that chicken sandy's been sitting there for how long?
Yeah. How fresh is that chicken? Yeah. How fresh is that chicken? She bites into it,
and it's like, is that sauce on it, or is it just like a little pink? Like, why does it look like that? It got me hungry,
I'll say that, looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you see Tess make out with a zombie, and then you don't want to eat anything for a week.
And you're kind of like, I just would have rather a raw chicken sandy at this point.
I really craving mushrooms. Anybody, just want to saute some mushrooms? Ugh.
Portobello. What else?
Also, I love how the whole idea is that we were going to talk Last of Us, like the first one, a middle one, and the season finale. But now I kind of just feel like it's going to dominate
the conversation.
Our what we're into.
It could be our little dessert every time. I really liked how tight and light we kept this, even though we're still hitting 2 hours, which is fine. But we did 2 topics, 2 hours. But, who knows what we're going to talk about next week? Maybe we'll do our old format. Maybe we'll do something like this. But, you won't find out until next week. But until then, it's been me, Luis Gonzalez, and
Miguel Sanchez.
And Ed Bull.
And until next time, goodbye, alligators.
I see you.
I see you.
I see
I don't
you.
know. I see you.